We're here at the Corral Center in Canada, Ontario. Welcome to Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Final. I'm Jim Houston with Craig Simpson. Hold on tight. It's going to be a battle between the Ottawa Senators and the New York Islanders. Ottawa will be a desperate hockey team tonight. They're facing elimination and haven't played with a whole lot of emotion in the series.
Yeah, but they know it's not over yet. If they can win one here at home, you never know what can happen.
Here's a look at tonight's official. He's been around for 10 seasons, and he calls a pretty tight game.
And you can bet that if you're careless with your stick, you'll end up in the penalty box.
All right, now it's time for the opening face-off for today's game. Pekka won the draw. Shoved into the attacking zone. Gets away a hard shot. Blocked. Passed across. In over the line. Ninema lays him out. That was a monster of a hit. Over the blue line. Pekka! Passed over. Saved by Hasek. Play grinds to a halt as the puck is shot out of play.
You always have to keep your head up. If you don't, that's exactly what happens.
About to drop the puck. Pekka wins the faceoff. Taken out.
That's some heavy action.
Over the line. Glove save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Delayed penalty call coming up for New York. He gets rocked by Pekka. In over the line. Turned aside by DiPietro. Ottawa will be penalized. Both teams are getting penalized. Each team is now down a player, and action will resume.
Well, we're going to see a little wide-open 4-on-4 play. Let's see how much this changes the game.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Ninema gets bumped off the puck. Centers it. Brings it out. End to end. Shove. Chara. Taken out.
That'll keep them on their heels.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Sent flying.
You could feel that one up in the booth.
Brings it out. Smolinski. Hit.
A textbook body check, Jim.
Moved ahead. Brings it out. We're going from 4-on-4 to 5-on-5 with those penalties completed. Over the line. Shoots the puck.
Completely off target.
Over. In over the line. Yashin gets checked.
Now that's a big hit.
Out of their defensive end. Checked. Brings it out. Over the blue line.
How about that spin?
One-time shot. Pekka scores on a great individual effort.
Wow, it's really not fair when a guy can shoot it like that.
Nice goal. He's going to score more often than not with that kind of slap shot. Islanders get the face-off. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Knocked him off the puck. Hasek hangs on for the whistle. Here in the first period, the Islanders still lead by 1 goal. They're getting ready for the face-off. Fisher won the draw. Brings it out. In over the line. The ref indicates a delayed call. Out of their defensive end. Laid out.
That's what we came to see.
Kosa is going off for hooking. New York is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets pushed by Hammerling. Shoots the puck. Tremendous save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets leveled by Chara.
He dropped the hammer on him.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoots. Great save. Pekka brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hunter gets the puck. 18,000 referees in the stands called a penalty. The two that count will not. Verrata grabbed it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Fires it. DiPietro turns it away.
Hit. That was rock solid.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hasek reached out for the puck. And he covers up. The action's about to start. Islanders win the draw. He gets shoved by White. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. There's a look at Ottawa's new coach who takes over a team that is already one of the best in the league. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Played across. Brings it out. Over the line. Shoved.
Thundering hit.
Kavasha intercepts the pass. Hasek covers up.
Jim, he cannot believe his eyes. He had that one already up on the scoreboard, only to find the goalie to make a great save.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Pekka wins the faceoff. New York is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. He gets laid out by Hammerling. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Passed across. In over the line. Pushed off the puck. Pekka grabbed it. Brings it out. He gets worked over by Volchenkov.
That was huge.
It's played up by DeVries. Brings it out. Over the line. Fisher shoots the puck. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. This guy gets down quickly and takes away the entire bottom of the net.
Jim, you have to lift the puck up to beat his butterfly style. If it's on the ice, he's going to get a pad on.
Senators win that draw. Slots it. DiPietro made the save. Hossa! Across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Run over.
A punishing hit.
Intercepted. Reinhandel gets called for hooking. And you can see the coach is having a word with the official because he's not happy about that call. Ottawa will get a second chance on the power play here. Face-off won by Yashin. He knocked him off the puck. Hossa grabbed it. Brings it out. In over the line. Played over. Chara shoots. Turned away. Brings it out. Long pass. Over the blue line. Pass to the slot. He gets roughed up by Hunter. Shoots the puck. Out of their defensive end. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Taken out.
What a hit!
Chara brings it out. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Johnson.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
In over the line. Big hit.
That's going to leave a mark.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hit right in front. Rocked.
Terrific physical play.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Langfeld shoots the puck. Door slammed shut by DiPietro. In over the line. Hasek made the save. Ottawa is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Over the line. Laid out.
They felt that hit in the rafters.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by White. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. A delayed penalty call against New York. Yashin will serve time for roughing.
Now, you can't really argue that one. Everyone knows it gets you 2 minutes.
Ottawa will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. He gets taken out by Scatcher. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked.
That one took him right out of the play.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Chara gets hit.
He took a big-time check.
In over the line. Shoved.
Finished that one with a bang.
Into the attacking zone. Saved by DiPietro. In behind. Passed over. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Janssen. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Shove. Mad scramble. Turned away. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. A lateral pass. Hasek gets a leg on it. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. In front. White. Heavy shot. Through center. Passed up to the neutral zone. Taken out.
Now that one was worth watching.
Janssen blocks the shot. Played over. Into the attacking zone. Ottawa continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. In over the line. Brings it out. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Leveled.
That was a big hit.
Over the blue line. He gets hit by Hammerlick.
Very impressive.
Brings it out. Over the line. Pekka with a wrist shot pushed aside by Hasek. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Saved by DiPietro. Stick save. Brings it out. In over the line. Hit. Brings it out. Over the line. It's played over by Hossa. Centers it. Delayed call against New York. Martinek is going to the box for hooking. Ottawa hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a fourth chance here.
Well, they just need a few bounces to go their way. If they stick with it, the goals will come. This guy's looking sharp tonight. He's got 1 goal and a few good shots.
He's shown some pretty good energy. Look for him to get more involved. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by White. One times it.
No chance there.
In front. Stone cold by DiPietro. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Moved over. Hossa! DiPietro turned him away. Redden shoots the puck. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by White. Redden controls the puck. Shoots hard. Leg save. Big save by DiPietro. Yashin brings it out. Over the line. Knocked over.
That came harder than expected.
And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard for a full listing of our hometown heroes.
Jim, when two teams are this close, you'll want to start the period with jump.
Maybe some early fireworks?
Exactly. Some physical play, lots of shots. You know, something to fire up your team.
Face-off won by White. In over the line.
Not even close.
Play ends as the puck is shot into the crowd. We're ready for the face-off. An Ottawa face-off win. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rocked. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Saved by DiPietro. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by White.
That's a big-time deke.
Langfeld shoots the puck. Right in front. Brilliant save. Steve Sterling joined the Islanders organization after a very successful career as a minor pro hockey coach.
Well, Jim, just before taking on the head coaching duties in New York, Sterling led the Islanders' AHL affiliate in Bridgeport to the Calder Cup final. That earned him Coach of the Year honors.
Moved ahead. Play grinds to a halt as the puck is shot out of play. About to drop the puck. White won the draw. Knocked down.
He got rocked right there.
Goes behind his net. Hasek went long. Ottawa is now 0 for 4 on the power play as the penalty expires. Played over, shoved. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Senators win that draw. DeVries, slap shot. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. The action's about to start. An Ottawa faceoff win. Shoots quickly. Goaltender stopped that. Hossa now with the puck. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. The players are lining up at the faceoff circle. Senators win that draw. Simpson gets thrashed.
He's seeing double now.
In front. Hasek hangs on for the whistle.
There's a lot of emotion in this game, and these two teams just don't like each other. You can see it starting to come to the forefront.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Fisher wins the faceoff. Brings it out. In over the line. DiPietro reached out for the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Advances the puck into the attacking zone. Missed the net. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Blake gets smoked.
That'll keep them on their heels.
In over the line. Pass to the point. Shove. Played across.
He deked right past him.
Passed up to the neutral zone. Checked. Right in front. Awesome save. Up through center. Over the line. Denied by Hasek. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets laid out by Van Allen. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Across. Hull. Right in front. Wrist shot from deep in the slot. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by Fisher. Brings it out. Passed over by Tchaikovsky. He gets leveled by Redden.
He really took it to him.
Over the line. Shove. Knocked over. It's intercepted by Hossa. Brings it up. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Chara.
A solid check.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Shoots it. Hasek covers up for the whistle.
You could see the look in his face. He cannot believe that there wasn't a penalty call.
This is why he's upset, Craig. I think I'd have to agree with it. They're getting ready for the face-off. And the face-off is won by Pekka. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Niinema.
Nice delivery.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Delayed penalty coming up. Laid out. Wrist shot. Leg save by Hasek. Hayer is going off for hooking. Face-off won by Pekka. Hammerlich now has the puck. Hunter grabbed it. Shoots it quickly. A lateral pass into the attacking zone. Bowled over.
He just got run over.
In front. Great save by Hasek. Hossa. In over the line. Thrashed.
Bumped him that time.
The Islanders are going to make a full change. He gets shoved by White. Hunter. Backhand shot. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Nice little move by Redden. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Kavasha. Hasek makes the tremendous save. Over. Brings it out. In over the line. Crushed. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Redden levels him.
Sends him down.
Over the line. White is brought down on the breakaway, and the ref points to center ice. With a wrist shot. We're ready for the face-off. Islanders get the face-off. It's passed across by Pekka. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Redden. Hossa brings it out. In over the line. Leveled.
I wouldn't want to have been on the receiving end of that one.
Over the blue line. Checked. Knocked down. Brings it out. Over the line. Offside, Ottawa. This guy's already made a contribution on the scoreboard, and you can see he's playing with a lot more confidence now.
Now that he's got the one goal, look for him to test the goalie from everywhere.
And the faceoff is won by Fisher. Shove. Into the attacking zone. Turned away by Hasek. Passed across. In over the line. He gets checked by Hunter. Over the blue line. Passed across by Martinez. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets run over by Pekka.
Now that's how you body check someone.
Into the attacking zone. Sent flying. Hossa brings it out. In over the line. Moved up in the corner. Worked over. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Quick puck movement. Into the attacking zone. Crushed. Over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Rocked. Brings it out. Ottawa puts its checking line out. Hip check. Played across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Fires! Hasek made the save. Passed ahead. Brings it up. Over the line. Checked. In front. Passed across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In over the line. He gets taken out by a coin. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Hit. Moved ahead. Over the line. He gets checked by Parrish.
Real power there.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Rubbed off the puck. It's moved across by Hunter. Van Allen grabbed it. Brings it out. In over the line. Round the back. Saved by DiPietro. Turned away. Payer circling the net. He gets leveled by Hunter.
He took him down.
Over the line. He gets bumped off the puck. Volchenkov. Into the attacking zone. Smolinski gets rocked. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. In front. Rocked. Hasek covers up. The puck is about to be dropped. Face-off won by Fisher. Brings it out. Quick puck movement. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. Blake. Right in front. Janssen. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Nienema.
That was intimidation.
And that's the end of the second period. 1-0 as we head to the break. It's time for the third period.
Jim looked for some big hits as both teams try to shake things up.
Senators win that draw. A lateral pass. He gets hit by Redden.
He slammed him big time.
Into the attacking zone. Shove.
Stopped in his tracks.
In over the line. Bumped off the puck. Short pass. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Cranked him.
Shook him up and took him down.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Martinek. Pass to the slot. Stick save by DiPietro. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. Played out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked. Brings it out. Over center. Over the blue line. Blake. Wrist shot. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. DiPietro denies him. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Shoots. Goaltender stopped that. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Knocked down. Moved up. Over the line. He gets rocked by Janssen.
Ran him down.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. In front. Shoved. Quick pass up. Brings it out. It's played across by Van Allen. Payer grabbed it. Turned away by DiPietro. Hit. Ottawa's going to make a change. Played over by Van Allen. Checked.
Lines him up and sends him down.
Into the attacking zone. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Hard wrist shot by Blake. Saved by Hasek. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Chara gets shoved.
Jim, that was a real blow.
Goes behind his net. Tchaikovsky out of their defensive end. In over the line.
Hit! He felt that one right down to his skates.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hossa gets laid out. Over the blue line. Reinhandel gets pushed off the puck. Hossa over the line. Brings it out. New York puts its second line out. Shoved. Leveled. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Crushed. Played across. Over the blue line. Missed shot by Van Allen. Blocked. In front. Leg save. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Sent flying.
That's one he'll remember.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shoved. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. Crushed. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. In front. Short pass. Yashin gets knocked over.
He's not getting by that time.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. In the corner. Scramble. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Pekka with a wrist shot. Hasek freezes the puck. New York has played a clean game here tonight.
They haven't taken a lot of lazy penalties in the neutral zone, and that's because they're skating hard and playing sound positional hockey.
And the faceoff is won by Fisher. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Muscled off the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Passed across. Quick puck movement. Working along the perimeter. It's moved over by DeVries. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. In behind. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Brings it out. In over the line. Johnson shoves him. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Ninema gets thrashed. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Brings it out. In over the line. Simpson pushes him. Brings it out. Over the line. Crushed. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Saved by Hasek. Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Leveled. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. In the corner. With a one-timer. Saved by DiPietro. In behind. Brings it out. Over the line. Heavy shot from the point by Bates. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Quick shot by Fisher. The coin has one of the hardest shots in the game, and that's an extremely valuable weapon.
That's right, Jim. He gets all his weight behind it. It really forces the goaltender to stay back in his net.
Senators win the faceoff. Played back. He scores, and we're tied at 1.
Let's look at that one again, guys. See how he unloads that wrist shot? It's pure skill, Jim. Great goal.
Ottawa staves off a loss with a stunning goal here in the final minute.
Even if they lose after the third period, Jim, they can't take away that goal. Well done.
He gets roughed up by Hammerlick. Brings it out. It's played up by Hunter. Shove. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bumped by a coin. Out of their defensive end. Passed over. Laid out. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets laid out by Hammerlick. Goes behind the net. Moved ahead.
If you wanted things to heat up, you got your wish. OT is coming up.
Are you looking for a venue to demonstrate it? Then enter our annual Search for the Stars contest at Guest Services.
We're ready to start the first period of overtime.
Yeah, and we'll be here as long as it takes to decide a winner.
The faceoff goes to the Islanders. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pass to the point. Shara fires it. Misses. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets leveled by Payer.
No mercy on that play.
Into the attacking zone. DiPietro freezes the puck.
Oh, did you see that? He got utterly pasted there.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Fisher. Pass to the point. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pass to the point. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Quick pass up. At center. Knocked over. He gets hit by Volchenkov. Passed across. In over the line. Pushed aside by DiPietro. Fired one-timer. Goes behind his net. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. Rocked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot. Hunter brings it out. In over the line.
He spun him right into the ice.
Shove. Played back. Crushed. Shoots it hard. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Cranked him. Ottawa's going to make a change. It's chipped up by Karpatsev. Over the line. Hasek hangs on for the whistle. About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Van Allen. Bowled over. Into the attacking zone. Heavy shot from along the boards by Payer. Brings it out. Across. In over the line. Hasek freezes the puck.
Jim, you can see that emotions are starting to bubble over. There's been a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Fisher won the draw. Brings it out. Over the blue line. DiPietro makes the save. Out of their defensive end. Bates controls the puck. Smolinski grabbed it. Brings it out. Over the line. Hossa! Ends it. New York loses this game and their lead in the series. A one-timer in hockey is like a penalty kick in soccer. The goalie just has to guess where it's going.
Yeah, and he
Canada, Ontario. And for EA Sports, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Have a great one.
You